Hey guys, it's the Cinnamon Bun here. I'm sorry the clouds away, but you enjoy the rest of the episode. I have to go now. I'm hanging out with a few nice people. Take it away, Chris.
Fuck you. Okay.
Why would you tell Sayori to fuck herself?
No, I'm telling you. Alright.
That was the last you get to hear of for a while.
I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally listening. That girl? My neighbour is a good friend since we were children. You know, that kind of friend you never see yourself making today. So we used to walk to school together.
Read it audibly, like sir.
But starting high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I'd get tired of waiting up. But she's going to chase after me like this. I must feel better off right away. And I know when the image comes up, it's going to be her committing suicide. However, it's just like idle pro crosswalk. I'll let her catch up to. It's just an ordinary high school day like any other. Mine is usually the worst. Being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content going on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always an anime club, but that's not where that's not where any girls be in it anyway. School day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There aren't really that many that interest me. Besides, most of them probably be way too demanding of me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Chris?
Monika?
Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right?
Yeah, it has. Monika smiles sweetly. We didn't know each other well, rarely taught, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, basically completely out of my league. So having a smile so genuinely feels a little... What did you come here for anyway?
Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use it for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers?
I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right?
About that. I actually quit the debate club.
Really? You quit?
Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguments about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it.
In that case, what club did you decide to join?
Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club.
Literature? That sounds kinda dull. How many members do you have so far? You're gonna say 3.
It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far.
I don't know. I know this isn't being picked up in the recording, but you have a bar at the bottom that displays all like your icons. It just changed colour. Actually, I think that just might be my wallpaper, and I'm getting fucking anxiety from this game. But you know,
your wallpaper changed colors, and it's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring.
Well, I can see that.
But it's not really. It's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything: reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the...
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too.
It is.
I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member is a member, right?
Did Monika say she?
Hey, Chris. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join?
I guess so, but...
In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I wouldn't ask you to join, but if you could at very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please?
I guess I got no reason to refuse, besides I can never refuse someone like Monika. Sure, I guess I could check it out.
Ah, awesome! You're really sweet, Chris, you know that?
It's nothing really.
Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important.
And that's the day I sold my soul to Monika and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monika across the school and upstairs, a selection of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for the third year classes and activities. Now my stumbling along words makes this feel even more uncomfortable for me. Monika, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
I'm back, bitches! And I brought a boy with me. Huh? A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Chris.
Wrong words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
So, let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right?
No, I'm not.
Natsuki?
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognise. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you.
Yuri, who plays comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you.
So, I ran into Chris in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great?
Why is it disturbing to me that Monika found us in the classroom and not just stumbled across us? I feel... I mean,
she was looking for supplies. You remember you and Sayori went to look for supplies.
Yes.
I mean, Sayori and you weren't there, so Monika had to get them.
I'm not getting a good feeling from Monika, if I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, Monika? Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was gonna, well, you know... Sorry. I didn't forget that, but it just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great! Why don't you come sit down, Chris?
Because there are a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks up to the corner room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika.
So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. Must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess.
Natsuki reluctantly agrees.
Baka.
Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monika must really have worked hard to find these two. Yuri turns to the table carrying the tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom.
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know...
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a passion for me, but at least I enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
So, Chris, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how low I read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I quietly mutter myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Okay, I think I've fully calmed down now, which is okay. Well, that can change.
Things are pretty normal now.
Yeah. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. Obviously, by the way her eyes light up, she finds comfort in the world of books, not people.
But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well.
Tell me more about psychological immersion.
Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of completely throw you for a loop?
Yes! Isn't that so great?
Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Oh really? So have I. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped onto something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, you might be having a conversation with a rock.
I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Yes it does.
I hate horror.
I'm with Natsuki here.
Oh, why's that? Well,
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind, Baka. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! Give that back. Fine.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Monika just looks like she's staring at me and it's making me really uncomfortable.
Just the default Monika thing.
I know, but why does it look so creepy?
Stare. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Huh?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika.
Time for club leader voice. Everybody groans.
Oh.
Let's all go home and...
I just quickly have to take my headphones off for a sec. No.
Can't handle the club leader voice.
Right, I'm back.
Club leader Monika is happy you are back. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Can I say, when that whole moment happened at the end of last episode, thank you for not doing the fucking Sayori scream at the right moment to scare the ever-living shit.
Just that?
Yeah.
Yoda, edit that in.
I'm the one who does the editing for my videos.
Chris, edit that in.
No.
Spoil for it.
Because otherwise I would have walked out the room and actually never came back if you did that.
I did think about doing it.
The fact you fought it makes it so much worse.
Oh wait, Monika gets to scream now. Ah! I mean, I thought it was...
She already has the announcer voice. You don't need to give her the scream.
Well, I need to give it to somebody.
No, we've already got each of them who does their own.
Sayori's gone. I have to give it to someone now. There's that at the end of that. Just man. I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Chris?
Hold on, there's still one problem.
Eh? What's that?
Now we've reached the most important topic. I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
Now all of them are staring at you. Ooh. but... I'm sorry, I thought...
The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me.
I guess I need to tell you the truth, Chris. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4.
Really?
And I've been trying really, really hard to...
Maybe we should never let one of them die.
Wrong timeline, Chris. And if we don't find one more before the festival...
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's all like this? I feel terrible for letting everyone die in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right, okay, I've decided then. I join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lighten up.
Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Chris?
Yeah. It could be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment.
And so did this game.
I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed. Chris, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay?
Yeah. Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monika looks over me once more.
Chris, I look forward to seeing how you...
Yeah. Can I really impress this class star Monika with a mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat and Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. Can't wait.
With that, I depart the classroom, making my way home. The whole day my mind wanders
Making my
back
way
and
down.
forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day at school at the literature club? Perhaps I'll even get a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing the poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it?
Yes. Yes. I can't convince... Oh wait, do you want to read it?
No, you go.
I can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room.
And... oh wow, we've only been recording for 23 minutes. Do you want to go
Yeah,
on?
let's just keep it going. Let's keep her going. Lust.
Okay, so we're doing Yuri then.
Yeah, I guess. Lust.
Disown?
The lustful disowning of my broken... The lustful disowning of my broken
Heavens.
marshmallow. Heaven sent, unrestrained upon the... Oh, come on, don't leave me. Upon the starscape. The fear of
Falling apart.
unending Jewish supremacy in the Western world. The fear of forgiving myself? Forgiving misfortune. And debt and shame. Depression is the ultimate climax.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of the uncontrollable desire to explode. Horror is making an unstable person out of the Doki Doki Literature Club.
Wouldn't that be cute though?
We've already got enough fury, damn it. I wanted to make this end nice. Oh shit, no! And it's so... And for that, I must atone. There we go, I finally made a good poem. Woohoo! Hi again, Chris. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Well, I'm kind of locked into this. Don't worry, it might be a little strange to me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back in the literature club, at least the last time I come in, so everyone else is hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Chris.
What?
I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you.
I don't know. My computer takes about 2 hours to render each episode, so you know.
Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on. Like, he deserves any slack. Pay close attention to the music. You already had to be dragged here by Monika.
Wait, is it me, or does this background look a bit lopsided?
Yeah, it does seem a little lopsided. Keep moving.
It looks like a Dutch angle.
If you don't know, I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki... Oh, I can't fucking read that. Natsuki might have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between, say, Monika and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeating Natsuki plops back into her seat.
I'm sorry, Chris. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? This is really low resolution for me. I can barely read this.
Really? Really?
Yeah. It's just probably a bad connection right now. Just keep her going.
Okay. We're in US Central, though. It's the region, so I don't understand why.
Well, I mean, we're still having to, go between Britain and US, so,
Your issues, Natsuki, at this one point glance.
Anyway...
I know I noticed the music as soon as we came here. I didn't know if a way to point it out, though.
God, it feels like it's spinning. Nah, now that you're in the club and all...
Is it me? Is it also her portrait is a lot more zoomed in?
Is a lot more what?
Zoomed in than normal.
Yeah, I think everything is zoomed in more than normal. If it's not me, I think it's turning and zooming as we're...
Yeah, I'm getting that as well.
It's starting to make me feel a bit sick.
Oh god, it is zooming in.
Perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read.
Well...
Oh, thank God, the resolution, it got better.
Anyways, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something. You ask?
Well, wait. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
It's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you want me to.
Are you sure? I just felt like... Well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Resolution just went shit again.
Yuri reaches in the bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is how this girl accidentally being so cute. Even she picked out books she might like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it in your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Okay. Now that everyone's settled, I expect Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book, and I can't help but notice her intense expression as she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet.
Natsuki in the closet. Oh,
I don't know if I can make those jokes at the moment. I'm really curious to talk about Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages.
Ah!
I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and her eyes meet for a split second. But it only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I'm just spacing out. Am I this sensing that I made her uncomfortable?
Oh. It's fine.
If anything, I'm the one who's most uncomfortable.
Huh?
If anything, I'm the one who's most uncomfortable.
If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I just rereading a bit of it, so...
Oh my god, I
Hey,
just
look at
realised
your
the eye.
picture.
I just realised the eye. So that's the book giving me, right? Is it me or is the eye moving?
Yeah. I wanted to reread some of it. That's for... not for any particular reason.
I'm just curious how you come to have two copies of the same book while you're... Oh god, it's just...
Now you just can't stop looking away. You want to see if it does it again. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy two of them.
I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but has decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
Again, I'm very blurry. It's hard to see. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to... Oh, there it is back again. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
No shit. Is that so? What's the story about anyway?
Well... I
took a look at the cover of the book. The book is called The Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol at the front of the cover.
Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment camp. Prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood.
That sounds like the Furnace series that I was reading a few years back that I told you about the first...
I think this is supposed to be like a teaser for the creators of this game's next game.
Ah.
But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to...
Okay, now it's starting to weirdly sound a lot like, but different to the book I was reading.
Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs.
That's kind of... It's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came out of nowhere.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Chris?
I'm playing this game, aren't I? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, don't worry.
I hope so.
Just not anything visual. I love horror books, but not horror-based visual stuff. Yeah, I forgot Yuri was totally into those things. She's so shy and recluse on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Like, yeah, I actually love horror books and comics.
You actually what?
I love horror books
and comics?
Yeah. But I don't like horror visually.
It's just that this kind of story... It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're worthless anyway. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well... I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I shouldn't let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange.
Oh, no worries.
And please stop me if I start talking too much.
Oh, please, can you stop talking? I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I could do is listen and get nightmares off of this when I go to bed. It's a literature club after all. No, I swear I'm gonna get a fucking nightmare about this.
Oh, you're gonna dream of a Sayori? That's... Well, that's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but...
What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. Alright, is it fine if I sit here? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
That's...
Is it just me, or it's just my mind just seeing those eyes getting further and further away, even though I know they're not?
No, they're not moving further away, so...
I know they're not.
I'm sorry.
I know they're not moving further away. It's just because of that thing, you know?
Yeah. It's not that I don't want to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if it ends up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open a book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realise that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over, it looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry.
You really apologise a lot, don't you? Wait.
I do?
I wonder if I go into history. I knew I was gonna do something like that.
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Yeah, this should work, right? I slide my desk up and twist against you and hold out my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Irritatingly closes her own copy. Once we each lean a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It's as if my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes the left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I do the same with my right arm and the right side of the book. That way I can turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. By holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than we were before. It's actually kind of distracting me, as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready? To turn the page?
Sorry. It's getting a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, her eyes me. I don't know if I'll be able to keep this up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I assume that she's finished the page before me and I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence, even so turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side so she catches it onto her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
Huh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not.
Really? Just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that.
That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her.
Something else?
Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head.
Yuri, are you alright?
Uh,
Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing's a little...
my breathing?
Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water.
Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? God, every time Monika appears, I just get like a mini heart attack.
Did something happen just now?
I have no idea. Yuri's acting a little strange, I guess.
So you don't know anything?
Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her?
Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her.
No, nothing.
Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
Alright, if you say so.
Anyways, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
Should we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we get started without her. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up, I make a mental note where I left off in the book, and then slip it back into my bag. I guess Natsuki? Natsuki, I was interested in her poem yesterday, it's probably...
Chris, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home.
What? Harsh?
What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe I'm not very good yet, but yeah, I put effort in. Gotta start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Alright, getting back to some actual good dialogue.
Well, sorry, you'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve. I'd tell you what to prove, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough.
Monika.
Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
I guess it's just back to normal now, I guess.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced I won't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
Using other poems for people to express themselves? Your own style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yeah, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight into the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went to it than I realised.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. You didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you, Baka?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humour her with her last comment. I really don't care how old everyone is, but Natsuki's feeling proud that I won't take it away from her. Hello, Monika.
Hi, Chris. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off going with the flow until I'm all settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
If anything, I know Monika's gonna be weird. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Chris. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon.
Yep, that's true. And Monika, my poem.
Great job, Chris. It was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I understand. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put some effort in.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much of her time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with lots of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interactions. Blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time.
Suddenly the door opens.
Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monika. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident with someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Oh, one second. Oh, sorry. My screen went black and I thought this was the thing. Scroll back up a bit more. Hole in the wall. But he isn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings. but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's not right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen.
That's different to her first one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Monika.
So, what do you think?
It's pretty freeform, if that's what you call it. I'm sorry, I'm not the right person to ask for feedback.
That's okay. You just skipped like 3 things.
Oh, thank God.
It's okay. Okay, so I did catch that. Okay. Sorry, I thought you like skipped a thing. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That says a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What's the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I've had some kind of epiphany recently.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. Oh.
It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That was Monika's writing tip of the day. Thanks for listening.
Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
Oh, what was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth and then ends up covering her whole face.
He's gonna hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicate you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is hardly my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly and then I look at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. Her finger traces along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there's specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I gotta learn to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers, they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form-fit the two together. In the end, results is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanour totally changes. Her stammer is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills, techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is possibly the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Bias? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologising to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if this is a rare opportunity for her.
Man, I hope this
Which
poem
is
is weird
sense.
so I don't have to read so much as last time. Oh no, still same. Ghost under the light. Tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. Must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Well, at least this one was short. I'm sort of have such terrible handwriting.
Just checking the time now. Oh wow, we're not even there now yet. Just barely there.
Really?
What? I wasn't
Really? We're
thinking
not,
that at
are we?
all. Yeah, it's weird.
Okay. But it took you a long time to read.
I guess I just don't read scripts very often. I just think your handwriting's pretty.
That's a relief.
I also like the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Nah, not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into Ghost, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Chris.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is not only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in on her past remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn than... That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Chris.
Me too.
Hashtag me too.
Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. There's a lot more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone judging me for my mediocre writing abilities and... It seems as the music a bit different now as well.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That whistling part's a bit different.
No, whistling same as always was.
Don't do that to me. Don't do this to me. Even though me just being there's no way a poem can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in a notebook. My eyes lay on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I read in tangent, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows frown in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki screams the poem to the desk with one hand.
Yawn. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute.
Never call
Cute?
a tsundere cute.
Did you completely miss the symbol? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up.
Which is something I feel like I want to do.
How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean that you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked somebody who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it. And Chris did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've been spending a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Chris liked my poem, too, you know. Even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Chris appreciates my advice more than he appreciated your... Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice? Are you that full of yourself, bitch? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my... Overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Chris started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you taking out your own insecurities on others like... You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch! Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for some... See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves when they're graduate school, you know. If you want to prove something, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your... I can't read that, it's really blurry.
Toxic personality.
Toxic personality by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you...
This is why Sayori's meant to be here.
Whoa! Be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? But did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What? What the fuck is wrong with you? With your head? Go on. Let Chris hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels.
Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if to notice I was standing here.
Chris. She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it.
Oh, I guess I have to go with Yuri's side. Please stop. Please. Hi, Monika.
Click it again. Do it again. Hey, Chris. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes.
Oh, you're definitely assertive enough.
But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. Understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead.
Oh no. Suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away.
Oh dear. Well, looks like they're done. I didn't mean it.
Okay, can I go with a theory that I'm thinking of?
Okay, theory. Thanks for watching. What?
That Monika is becoming a self-aware character.
Coming to what?
A self-aware character and is in love with the player and is trying to basically get with us.
No.
Now, don't say yes or no to this. Just I want to just say what my thought process is.
All right.
Why isn't Yuri's portrait appearing?
She's not on screen yet. I didn't mean it.
Yuri's rocking back and forth in the desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri?
I didn't mean it.
I believe you. No idea what you might have said to Natsuki. Or did.
Chris, please don't hate me. Please? Not like this. Something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want.
Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika.
You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for a year. It's not that. It's not that. It's just I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Chris. It would be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But I really appreciate...
I guess that's the end.
Hey,
I'm gonna
you're
press
here.
this- I'm gonna
Thanks.
I'm gonna press the save button just in case anything creepy happens while I save.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. Well, I think I did 3 slots last time. Did I do a 4th?
I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, you did. You did do a 4th.
I kind of just want to do it there.
Just in case. Yuri here. I'm sorry for acting out. God, I'm so embarrassed. Please, like and subscribe and click the bell icon. Leave a comment. And
When I'm editing, I'm gonna see what all that black text says. That, like, you know, it skips itself. You know.
yeah. Anyways, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good day, everyone. This is Brady.